All right. Thank you for everybody's submissions of the mask exercises. It sounds like some of you in art therapy have already done a similar exercise. Um, and but maybe clinical mental health students haven't experienced yet. Um, there was a time where I would trace an entire person or um, and you know, for a lot of different reasons. Um, but one of the reasons would be uh, for eating disorders. So you can use this concept for a lot of different things, not just the one I did. It's all based in Gestalt theory from Fritz Perls. Um, so we have a lot of students in this class. And remember, everybody needs to try to get the discussion boards in on time, please. Um, Even if it's late, I'll still give you full credit for it. So try to get them in if you missed it. Um, let's see what else. So I have about 10 more to grade. I'm almost through all of them. Um, Took me a little longer than I had anticipated, uh, just because people uploaded in different formats. I had to download all the masks and everything to look at them. But everybody did a great job, and I hope you're finding this helpful. Um, I did get some critiques of the van der Kolk book, and I do understand that it may not come from a feminist perspective or include enough of um, cultural or societal constructs. And that is why, and I thought I mentioned this, but that's why I give two lectures. So I give the lecture on The Body Keeps the Score, and then I give a lecture on supplemental material. And that material is drawn from this book. And like I said, the author passed away unexpectedly, Thelma Duffy. Um, uh, but she focuses on RCT, relational cultural theory, and that's by Jean Baker Miller. And I chose that because it should fill in those gaps that you might feel are missing. And I'm hoping these supplemental lectures do provide perhaps um, maybe a more comprehensive perspective, or it might fill in what's missing from van der Kolk. But I do think that relational cultural theory um, is, a little more multiculturally sensitive, um, and it may include some of the things you're not finding in van der Kolk. Um, so yeah, please please give me your critiques. Um, Also, please figure out what might be useful to you. You certainly don't have to use everything in a textbook. Whatever you don't find helpful, discard. But hopefully you will find some helpful things. And hopefully my additional or supplemental lecture will provide some of the other perspectives uh, that you don't find in van der Kolk. Um, let's see what else. Uh, yeah, so this is week 4, and uh, we the discussion board for this week is basically just a response um, to the readings and the lectures. And but next week we are going to begin our more interactive assignments where you'll be working with a partner. If we have an odd number, you can work in a group of 3. So we are going to pick partners next week. So please think if you know somebody or want to work with a specific person, that's fine. You can choose who you want to work with. If you don't know somebody to work with, I'll just assign partners randomly, but I will try to assign face-to-face people with other face-to-face people and online people with other online people, um, just for convenience of meeting up, whether it be on Zoom or in person. Uh, so think about that. You can choose who you'd like to work with. And once again, if you don't know somebody, I'll just randomly assign people. But we'll do that next week when I go over the assignments that you'll be doing with partners. Um, let's see what else. Uh, Next week will be week 5, so we'll be like 1/3 through the semester. So the semester is going pretty quickly, and next week we're also with that first partner assignment, we're going to start looking at some of the various assessments for trauma, some of their handbooks, everything like that. Um, so for this week's discussion board, you had some online resources, you had um, the 12 core concepts, and so a couple people said they had difficulty uploading the certificates. You should just be able to drag them into the discussion board just like you did your masks. So do it in the same way. At first, I thought I might need to create a Dropbox for them, but you should be able to just drop them in the discussion board. Was anybody able to do that? That worked okay?
The step.
Yeah.
You have a question on
Okay, question. Go ahead.
the third test. I could not figure out what the correct answers were for like the little quiz it gave. Because it just never told you what you got wrong. Like the first one, if you got anything wrong, it like told you like these were
Yeah.
wrong. Like,
Oh, and the third one
it
didn't
just
tell you what
never.
you got wrong?
Yeah, it just was like, here's a certificate, and I was like, oh, but it said it was wrong.
But you
And
got,
it never told me what the right.
but you
answer
got a
was.
certificate? Okay, well,
Yeah, what was wrong about it?
uh, you must have gotten, yeah, you know what? You must have gotten a percentage right that granted you the certificate. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have 100%, to get the certificate. So now you want to know what the right answer was or which one you got wrong. Yeah, yeah,
That one specifically like what was wrong. Like tell me what I did wrong.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help with that one, but you got your certificate, so that's good. Yeah. All right, so individuals have just uploaded the certificates, just like you uploaded the pictures of the masks into the discussion board. So that should work for you. I don't think I will need to create an additional Dropbox, but um, yeah. So if you weren't able to do that, I got a couple emails from people with them attached, but give it another shot uh, to upload. It might be that maybe they're too big, the file size or something like that. But um, yeah, um, if you try again and it still doesn't work, I'll definitely take the email. But um, I was just told that students needed to upload it on D2L, but yeah, we'll make it work either way. So don't get too frustrated or stressed out over it. Um, let's see what else. Oh, so this week, uh, you had you had the training and you had the This American Life episode and you had a case study to read. And I was wondering if anybody wanted to discuss any of those as a group. If anything, stood out to you, or if you like something, or maybe you didn't like something, that's okay. But yeah, go ahead.
It's just a small compliment. I've been assigned a lot of podcasts to listen to in classes.
Really?
This was the best podcast that I've ever been assigned to listen to. I listened
Wow. Well,
to
that's
part 2
good.
and part 3. So I
Well,
was like, wow, this is actually really entertaining and like interesting.
yeah, I like This American Life.
Yeah, I was
Um,
late. It was really good.
but what I find interesting is that other professors assign podcasts. I find
This
that
was
amazing.
undergrad at Kent State.
Oh, okay.
No
All
one
right.
else but counseling was given.
Okay, so different Kent State. Well, yeah, gotta love that.
Talking about stuff. Like, wow, that's really depressing. Cool. This one was
Okay.
like, that's depressing, but interesting.
Okay. All right. Well, any response to any of the activities in the discussion box that you all want to kind of share with the class beyond your discussion board? If not, I'll read your discussion board and respond to it, so that's okay, but you're here, you might as well communicate with one another.
There was one discussion
Right.
I applied to that I thought was really interesting. They were talking about one of the quotes from the textbook that was about the separation of rational thought and the emotional response to traumatic events.
Yeah,
And I thought that part was like really interesting.
the separation of rational thought from emotion.
There's no amount of rationalization that you can do to like quell the emotional response to a traumatic episode or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I'd call it rationalization. I'd call it like cognitive processing, because rationalization is a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
But even cognitive processing, you know,
The dissonance that patients were in, like, we're going to like the radioactive gas study. I was like, they know they're in an MRI machine and they're just getting a brain scan. But
mhm,
their emotional part of their brain is like, we are in the car crash right now.
right,
And like, you can tell them you're in an MRI machine. They're like, I know that.
yeah.
But the emotional part of their brain.
So that time construct of it not being placed in a previous past context, it's still very present.
That was my. That was your quote. That was great. I was like, whoa.
Well, the minute that I read that, I was really interested in it because I was like, it is true though. Like you can't, no matter how much rationality that you try to push on something, it's like, or I thought that it was just really, really interesting.
Yeah. Was somebody online going to say something?
I was, but nah, I'm good now.
You lost some motivation. All right. Okay. So this is the update part. So before we move on, any questions about the syllabus or previous lectures or anything like that? Okay.